Welcome to another episode of Food and Laughter. I'm your host, Jozette Brookins, and we have two other guests, my buddies, my guys, Three Comic Mafia. We got Trenton, Lavelle Wainwright, and Terrence DeWitt. Man, I'm telling you, today's show is gonna be exciting. We got good food, and we got a special guest. I'm very excited about this guest because not only is she a friend of mine, but she's also a champ, and also her mentor. We're gonna get into that. So y'all, I want y'all to get ready, man, to have a good show, and I want y'all to give it up for our guest, the MMA and bare knuckle champion, women's champion, Jozette Cotton. What's up, Jozette?
Thank you for coming out to the show, champ. How you doing?
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Oh man, I am so excited. I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. First of all, me and Jozette, we go way back, but we became cool. What was it, the Spice One concert, I believe it was? Mm-hmm. Now, Jozette let me know that she loves comedy. She don't just bust heads, but she like to bust jokes. She is actually a funny person. So, Jozette, before we get into that, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself. Just give us a little quick summary here, bro.
34 years old, from Omaha, Nebraska. Born and raised here. Currently, as he already told you, the bare knuckle MMA champion. Just, trying to set my legacy in stone, inspire the youth, and, let the world know that Nebraska been on the map.
Yes.
That's what's up. Hey, Jozette, I'm gonna just let you know this ain't no church. You can speak up a little bit.
My
you know
bad,
what I'm
baby.
saying? You the champ.
Everywhere I go, they say Jozette too loud, so I try to come in here and bring it down. I try to bring my inside voice. I try to bring my inside voice. They were like, good job interview. I was hoping that I had a good interview. He just messed it up for me.
No,
you doing good, man. But I'm gonna cut this real quick because George Zeller think he know what he doing, but sometimes he don't. You know what I'm saying? So first off, I want to let y'all know. This food is from Oklahoma Joe's, man.
Okay,
we got food from Oklahoma Joe's. We got the mac and cheese. We got the french fries. We got the sausage links. We got the turkey. We got some brisket. And we got some ribs, man. So, as our guest, you can dig in. I know you got to work out. You want to just take one fry. If you don't want to eat no food, that's cool too.
We're gonna match with you making weight.
Where you know what I mean? Like it's up to you. If you don't want to take
where
no
I'm
food,
at right now, I eat anything and make weight.
You know what I mean? Like you won't offend us. Yeah, perfect spot, man. You won't offend us if you don't get no food. We just won't invite you back again. So that's just like you. I ain't trying
I'm
to
here
get
for food and laughter.
Okay.
I'm here for food and laughter. First thing I'm gonna do is eat some food.
Hey, ain't no problem. So hey, as our guest,
just first to get the dig in first.
get whatever you want.
So, and while you're doing that, Jozette, I actually had the pleasure of watching your fight with Miranda Barber.
Miss Barber?
Where you actually won the fight. So take us while you can down your fighting journey. What inspired you to go down that route? Because you did mixed martial arts before doing the bare knuckle boxing, right?
Well, I was doing bare knuckle boxing that wasn't sanctioned all my life. So no,
I know
sir,
what that means.
that's not correct. But yes, I know what you mean. It just brought me back. It actually scared me, to be honest with you, because my sanctioned events, now that was going to be sanctioned, had my hands covered, and I got a sense of security with protecting my hands. And then I'm like, do I want to go back down there? Because I had a boxing fracture before. I thought I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
So do I want to do that again? I don't know. Well, then I'm like, what else is you doing? You know what I mean? Because we got these women ducking and doing other stuff, playing tennis. I don't know, but they doing that. So I figured, why not go down another avenue to test my skill?
Nothing wrong with that.
How long have you been boxing?
I've been boxing since I was 18. Officially, it's an amateur at Carl Washington CW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carl Washington, the legend in Omaha, boxing great.
Yes. Yes, we're gonna let you get some food before we ask another question.
Go ahead, I ain't eating yet.
I know.
I ain't eating yet now. Shit,
So we gotta get in before she starts trying to stuff them out.
I know, man.
I'm one of them potluck girls. I'm gonna taste everybody's dish. Make sure you put your name by it, so if I didn't like it, I'm talking about your ass tomorrow. I'm talking about you tomorrow. Everybody gonna be talking about you tomorrow. It ain't just me. It won't just be me.
What made you get into comedy? What made you want to try comedy, especially with George?
I told my baby they on some shit. I just said, you know, they had their little show, and I was like, yeah, you know, I always wanted on my bucket list. You know, everybody got a fucking bucket list. You know what I mean? Sorry, so we got a bucket list, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and then they just, oh, we got a show next month. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, I mean, eventually in my life, I hope I live a fulfillful life that I want to go do comedy. Not next month.
Careful what you say around.
Not next month, you know.
Yeah, careful what
But
you say around.
I'm here. So
Push you into it, right?
I'm here. I ain't gonna say peer pressure because you know I got a
gotta say
strong
this real
mind,
quick.
but I tell you what,
I gotta
he
say this real
convinced me
quick.
to just go ahead and get it
She
over
is
with.
Hilarious. So she was
Baby,
talking
can I
about
use your
my
fork?
bucket list. My bucket list.
Are you the only one with a fork, or what's going on?
Oh, you got a fork right there.
I mean, a knife?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
you
ahead.
can use that knife.
Yeah, use
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah,
we
we
just
good.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
So,
that's your partner and everything, but he don't need no help. He don't need no help. I was
Oh,
talking
my
to him.
bad. I thought it was
I
you
was
said
talking
fork.
to him. It
I
was
thought
on
you
his
said
plate.
fork,
Yeah,
though.
boo.
Did
That's
you
your.
say
Is that your plate?
Okay,
Yeah, good.
Damn it, I'm an adult.
Good.
I can speak for
I thought
myself.
she said fork though. Didn't she
talking
say
to
I just wanted to make sure I gave you the right answer.
Thank
though,
you,
you know what I
baby.
mean?
Thank
Like
you,
I didn't.
baby.
I won't be like.
Thank you.
I didn't know if it was like a test where she was testing me for see how tough I was.
Be quiet before I get knocked out. Maybe these glasses didn't work this time. Man.
Yeah, so take us down that road though, right? So you started comedy with, or you're looking to start comedy, getting into this now with George
I just
and
wanted
everything.
to get it off my bucket list, and now he got me like infatuated to where I'm like waking up thinking about jokes. I'm like trying to like say it in my phone like so I don't forget stuff because I got short-term memory. You know, stuff like that, like practicing just for this one show. And now I feel like he got me obsessed with comedy. Like I'm really about to go on tour somewhere.
So,
like
so you want to try it again after this? Or
I
what
don't
you
know.
thinking? So this is
She
like
do.
we're gonna see.
She do.
Wait a minute, he's speaking for you. You ain't check him. Whoa, yeah.
Cause I'm a mentor. I know what. Hey, listen, Jozette. She talking about her bucket list, but I seen. I have an eye for comedians, man, and talent. And when she said it, and I'm hearing her talking, man, and she over there, I'm talking about. She had me in tears. You had me laughing. I was crying that night. She's just a naturally funny person. So when you got a natural funny person and the passion that she wants for it, that let me know, girl, you got to go and give this a try. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give it a try, man, on the 22nd and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, though, because I think she's going to do great.
So like with fighting and everything, right? You've been doing this a while. Do you still get nervous? Okay, so with that, do you think you're going to get nervous in comedy, or are you going to be like, I've knocked people out. I've done it on the world stage.
I was nervous to hear, and then you broke the ice, and then it was like, okay, what's up?
Yeah, see,
So
it's usually all it takes, right?
When
Is
you
that
fight, you need that first punch.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, we
it's
in here
it's
now.
at first like hello, right? That's
We in here.
that same thing, like
That's
hey,
it.
how you doing? That's usually how it is with comedy, though. Like, so as you do this thing, what are your comedic influences, right? Like you got to have fighting influences and fighter mentors. Who's somebody you look up to in comedy?
Cat Williams. I like a crazy person.
Yep.
I'm a real crazy. I like an animated person. Cedric, I like singers. I like people anybody that can reenact anything that's going on. They really my faves. Just sarcastic people, That's it. What's my boy? He's really into acting, but Jim Carrey. He's one of my favorite people that just can bring out anything.
Yeah, he does it all. He's
And
got that range for it and
he's
everything.
my fave. My baby right next to me, you know what I'm saying? You go in there and to see like people that you can touch that's close to you doing it and being good at it. It's like, you realize, everybody started from, so you start seeing a journey of, some of the greats and stuff. So it's, easy to be like, and that's one thing about me, I just let it laugh. Like, who don't want to laugh?
Right.
So you just angry?
Some people that
You
come to
just
comedy
mad.
shows,
You
yes.
almost make me blush a little bit. But you ain't
People
never
do
seen
come
it,
like
though.
that.
They got like hate watching. That's a thing now, right? So people do that.
So what we gonna expect from you on the stage? Like what type of style? What jokes you think you coming up with?
I'm coming animated.
How long you doing on stage actually?
I'm gonna be the host, so I don't know how long actually. I'm there to be there and give it all I got, baby.
So you ain't gonna do like 1 minute and be like, all right, and then here's your first comedian. You're gonna do like a few jokes. You're gonna do about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe?
Yeah. I'm a good talker. Yeah,
All right.
I'm good. The crowd gonna be all the people, my peers, everybody I know. So I'm probably gonna be hitting on a couple people.
Right.
Crowd
know,
work a little bit. Okay,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Kill some time. I got some mentors that told me, kill a little time, ask some questions, tell them how good they looking today. You know what I'm saying? So,
Compliment the crowd.
You know,
Okay.
Yeah, that feels like it's like a really great way to get your foot into comedy, right? Like because hosting allows you to be a little bit more you without the constraints, right? Like we know that from hosting, but for you, like you're gonna get that opportunity to be Jozette. Not the fighter, not the comic, but just straight up you in all forms, right? So, what are the things you look to talk about, right? Like, are you going to talk about fighting? Is that going to be some of it, or is it just going to be the antics after?
Mostly like things that pertain to me, things that I'm comfortable with, things that I know. Drinking. I'm an alcoholic. My sexuality. Those types of things that's easy to talk about.
Right.
My ex-girlfriend. I'm on her ass that night. Things that's close that I won't have to worry about forgetting to, the punchline or nothing. It's gonna be there.
It's gonna be a true story.
I'm on her.
Yeah.
I'm storytelling that night.
Got you.
That's one of the things when we first talked about it. I told Josette that in order to be original and not really, because a lot of people, people bite other people's comedy and stuff like that. I told her, talk more about yourself, be even more original, something that don't nobody know about you, but that you can tell your story, and it makes it funnier because you're talking about you. That's how I base a lot of my comedy on, is talking about like real life stuff that happened in my household, especially when you got kids. That's almost a given though. And I want to say another thing about Josette. She is a bagger. She likes to roast. Am I being correct about that?
That's where my first comedy came from. That's where comedy, I think, initiated, or for me, originated. Yeah. Somebody trying to talk about somebody else.
Yeah, it usually starts in the playgrounds.
And we all instigate like, we know it's true, so it'd be like halfway true, and you shouldn't have said it.
Right.
So we laughing, and So I think that's kind of where comedy comes from. Like, ooh, why he do that?
So you're more of like a DMX, like a front man. Like, I'm gonna insult you to your face. You're not a Little John, like hype man, just in the back, like, what? Yeah, let's keep this thing
I'm
going.
I'm do it both. If it's just like, I'm back there like, what? When it was my turn, I'm all ready for it.
Yeah, it's funny how much that stuff translates to comedy and in the stage, right? Because, when it comes to comedy, speaking for me personally, I feel like a lot of the material you sharpen comes with comics after the fact, right? Like after the show, when you're sitting here yucking it up on the road back and you can have time to do that. Do you have something similar to that, like in fighting, like a way that you like, this is how we talk, this is how we get better at fighting. This is the way of getting better at fighting without actually fighting, essentially.
Mm-hmm. What you mean mentally, the mind game, the actual mental where it starts?
Yeah.
Where it starts at the mind manifesting it and then it works its way out by the doing. So of course it's there. It's like watching tape on somebody. You know what I mean? Like you said, ain't nobody just stealing jokes unless they heard them. You know what I mean? So you had to been listening to somebody to be able to steal that joke. I'm like, girl, what's that? That was a whole meme. And I told my homegirl, she kept saying something. She always go like, that's a meme. I said, but those are words. If somebody reenact that out, then now there's somebody's doing something different than what that means. Those are just words, and he did something different than that meme. You read it, but he actually did it, which make those two things two different things, even though to you they're the same. They're not. In aspect, they're not.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. Definitely true.
He made that meme come life.
Yeah.
Bringing art to life.
How you liking the food so far?
It's good. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Joe's,
Joe.
man.
Hey, baby. I love my Joe's. So.
They down at Exarban. What's the I gotta ask about the hoodie. What's the HB? You said
this guy.
HB?
The number one head buzzer?
Okay. My bad.
You one of them guys. That's all right.
No, I was just double A.
It's all right. Everything ain't common to everybody.
Hey,
sense. That means sense. Common sense.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Number one head buzzer. It's a whole person. That's a 1. This is a big HB, but it's fine. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, I like it.
No, I do like it, but I want to know what the HB stands
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get you one, cause now you're gonna have to represent it.
I will. I'm representing
I'm
all
gonna
day.
take it back, cause then you'll be forgetting what the fuck it stands for.
No. I'm gonna remember what it stands for.
One of your drunk nights, you're gonna be like, man, she was sitting at the table, And
killing me, man.
Yeah, she tried to get. Yeah.
How long have you been the number one head buster?
Well, technically, 2012.
10 years now.
Yes.
10 years.
I asked my big cousins that's originally the number one head busters. Can I use that? So when I knew I wanted to start fighting, you know, I have, you know, you come up with your names, and most people be like, oh, somebody gonna name you. Y'all not about to name me.
Right.
In my head, I'm like, nobody's about to name me. Oh, they're gonna give me your gym name. No one's gonna name me. That was out. Okay. That was out. I don't care what nobody talking about. Nobody's about to tell me what my name is. That's not it. So I have my own little names that I was gonna come up with. And then one day I was like, you know what? I think I want to be the number one headbuster. So I'll call my cousins, you know, that's their little fight group that they had back in the day. So I was like, y'all think, you know, I can get that? And they're like, oh, yeah, no problem, you know what I mean?
So you ain't go to like Google and just do like a random name generator or nothing.
That's like a childhood game.
Right,
They do that? He
Number
just
one, we'll match it up with this. Head, knocker, smack, buster. That's it. Buster right there. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
That's one.
No.
When your next fight?
Nothing scheduled.
Yeah. They scared of you?
As far as, I wouldn't say scared, aware, knowing that, you know, it's no good over here.
You kind of scary, Jozette. Like,
I wouldn't say fear when you're a trained athlete, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I think it's like being cautious. It's like, you know, that's a bad
Jozette
joke.
being so nice.
That's
See,
a bad
listen.
joke. Had to keep that to
Joseph-
myself.
We'll keep you say it off air. You say
That
it
was
off air.
bad.
Listen, when
Yo.
Jozette walk in the room, and Jozette, remember we talked about this the other day, I said Jozette remind me of a pretty pit bull.
I don't play with him.
When she walk, you know what I'm saying? You know,
We got to see where this is going.
No,
real quick.
no.
we all just got confused.
have you ever seen your homeboy? You be like, man, that's a pretty pit. Like that pit is nice, but you know that you better not touch it or pet it because he might tear you up. That's what kind of Jozette remind me. She remind me that a pretty pit, but you better approach kindly.
You trying your hardest to explain. I can't even ride with that.
You
one,
understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
He
You
gets
don't,
it.
because
you don't run up on nobody's pit.
No, you don't run up on a pit bull.
She gave the nice, you know, the nice pit when
That's
she
what I'm
first came
saying.
into the
She
studio,
remind
right?
me-
Like, you was like,
you know,
sir,
you see your homeboy like,
how
man,
you
you got some-
doing?
you got some
Hey,
damn pit.
I'm happy to
You
be
said-
here.
yeah.
Hey, sir. It was all of that in the beginning, and now it's like, you
Yeah, she
know.
done cuss me
Gotta
out.
give
I
us
was
some
gonna say,
food.
he's been cussed
Y'all
out.
gave
know
us
what
some
this
food.
means.
This is food and laughter. Y'all gave us some food.
Oh,
That's what
She
happened.
didn't test nobody else about the
Yeah,
head
right,
buzzers.
right.
You don't know what this means? I'm like, did y'all too know? I don't know. I was scared, man. She should be, man.
So let's say you go in this comedy journey, right, and you're doing your thing, right? What happens if it's Jozette Cotton in Chris Rock's place and Will Smith walks up? What happens when it's Jozette on that side of the microphone?
He know better because any person skilled in the fighting thing, if you're saying something funny or not, everybody ain't gonna like what you're saying. So if you saying something to somebody or about somebody, knowingly, and that person comes up, they walking up and they don't look too nice or their face isn't saying, good job, nice one, Chris. You know, I'm coming up. Like I would have Spartan his ass. Right when he came to the stage, it would have been Sparta. Will Smith would have been out of there. There ain't no getting close enough to touch my face.
So
It's
that
not-
ain't happening.
Never.
That ain't
in life.
happening with no
If
show.
I'm joking on you. I know you coming up. You mad about the joke, huh?
I got you.
I feel you.
You know when people be trying to like with comedy, you know, like they, you know, T.I. doing comedy now. You
I
know,
heard
like-
okay.
I'm just.
That's
I'm
my
just-
baby, but they
No,
was
no,
talking
I'm
stuff
from. Hey,
about my baby.
I'm from Atlanta, man. I was, you know, I was
I've been
up there
wanting to see-
singing
did you see the
Rubber
show?
Band Man. Why?
Did
I
you
was
see the
saying.
show?
No, I've seen a couple of his shows. Of
So
his,
did
his
you like him?
stand-up. I mean, he can use some work. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
I'll be honest, he can use some work. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he good, he great. No, I mean, he got a little sensitive when
He
somebody
ain't no
was
Cat
on
Williams.
stage. You know what I mean? And then he decided to sit during somebody else's performance. A lot of stuff went, but that's still one of my favorite rappers. So I ain't gonna down his comedy career. But are you afraid like something like that might happen, like doing this?
Because like you said, I'm a roaster. You ain't gotta laugh at me. You gonna laugh at yourself when I get done with you.
Gotcha.
I might not have no written material for you to laugh at, baby, but by the end of the night, somebody gonna be laughing.
Hey, that's what's up. You think you're going down the right road with this guy behind you though?
Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely.
She said all the right answers, man.
Hey, I'm the Godfather. Been around a long time.
I was just asking, man. Hey, y'all, this is, this is thought it was a one-on-one.
What would you have told Chris to do a little bit different though, right? Like let's say, he got the slap off. What should have Chris done from there, right? Like would it have been I noticed in your fight
I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Me, like I said, I would not have been that person. So the fact that you can do what you can do and restrain yourself from doing what you do, I think that's honorable in itself. So I would like to be like that one day. Turn the other cheek, like, slap me again. I'll make it part of the joke. That wasn't hard enough, especially if I didn't fall. Shit, if I didn't fall, you gonna smack me again? Even me out. I would have been like, even me out.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And then, so it was a beautiful thing for me to watch, but I'm like,
I think Chris was thinking about that bag, man.
Yeah,
you
you
know
gonna
what
get the
I
bag
mean?
either way.
Yeah,
The bag is the way I was hosting.
Yeah.
He better-
Whether it got fined,
but
whether
look-
the bag was a little fine because some things happened, like a basketball game, but the basketball game happened. You still gonna pay me regardless. So. In the midst of however much time it was, it's like paying the rent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta modify the rent.
That's true.
So.
That is true. All right, so what you got coming up, man? Let us know. What you got coming. What you doing? You go. I know you're supposed to be training after this. I don't know how you gonna do it because you might be asleep after you ate all this food.
a little bit.
But what you got? What you got coming up?
Probably about
As
to
of-
break somebody's ankles.
Well, the jiu-jitsu. I got a tournament for sure coming up. We got a tournament March 25th.
Okay.
We're going to KC. I think it's a Fuji tournament. I'll be competing gi and no gi. Always going for gold. As of that, I think they have also a MMA and a kickboxing and Muay Thai. So that's gonna be my first entry in Muay Thai. I've been wanting to do Muay Thai for a long, long time. I'm addicted to knees and elbows. I don't want to take them, but it's the risk that you got to take when you want to give them. So I'm willing to do that. So I got a lot of things. I'm hoping to get a big contract as far as MMA, Bellator.
Yeah.
My last fight was at 50 for my bare knuckles. I won the 150 bare knuckle contract. So I want to go to 45, and make it and make a contract there. Not stop in boxing, do that, and then boxing as well. Do the same thing with boxing. And get a contract and start getting my boxing fulfilled and do all that. So next year I hope it's even bigger than it was this year.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you
Thank you.
coming up on the show, eating most of the
Man,
food.
appreciate you,
I think you
Oklahoma.
done had like 2 plates of the Oklahoma Joes.
Yeah.
But you still eat. We appreciate you coming on.
Yes,
we
definitely.
appreciate everybody watching.
Thank you,
Jozelle hosting. Terrence G doing the damn thing. Jozette Cotton, the number one head buster.
Number one head
That's what
buster.
I'm gonna
Bing,
start
bing.
saying. I ain't even gonna say a number one head buster, and you owe me
I
a
got you.
hoodie.
I got you.
Hey, this was Food and Laughter. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.